love to hear Felina's recap because she tends to have some of the fun.
Felina, do you want to recap this one?
I love recaps things. It's awesome.
The whole last
true.
the rave thing, basically everything that happened with that.
Mm-hmm. Basically, they're having a raid, and we're supposed to protect it. And then
Protect
a bunch
the
of us flew up.
Wait, no, not rave.
Excuse me?
Rave.
Rave, as in a
Yeah.
party.
It's a rave
We're-
protest after
we're,
curfew.
Yeah, we're not going over that again.
First minute
No.
of the freaking recording, and that word is brought up.
Yeah.
Goodness, you gotta get me demonetized.
Why-
Right here.
Come on, Nate.
What, Felina?
Raid.
There's a bunch of mold in the coffee cup.
Which coffee cup?
You didn't
Was
clean
that
it
is
up.
that part of the recap?
I mean, there
Yeah.
probably was mold in the coffee cups.
Yeah,
What
in
coffee cup are you talking about?
The
Damon
big one.
probably had.
The big
Okay, so there-
coffee cup. Okay, anyway, yeah. Yes, continue.
Okay, yeah, so we had
We
the
protect
protest
the
raid. We're supposed to protect it. And a bunch of us flew up
the-
in.
With Christian's little sidekick buddy that he picked up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
with Damien.
Okay.
Baby.
Aww, I heard the baby.
Oh, yeah, he's right next to me.
He's so cute. Anyways, so a bunch of us flew up in the sky, and then there's a bunch of blimps with creatures coming out of them. And so we killed the creatures and we destroyed the blimps. And then Damien did most of the battling because he was mega good.
Hey.
And then Osmodius turned
Well,
into.
you're skipping quite a bit here.
No,
Yes, Damon.
that's what happened.
Damon took one of his jars, smashed it. A demon came out, used darkness, and then in the darkness, Damon killed the leader of the rave, the guy with the goop ball head.
Yes.
And then you continue.
And then Osmodius possessed Damon, and he said for us to figure out who's in charge of the resistance and kill them
Which resistance?
or whatever.
So there's a.
Uh,
I mean, if Felina can explain it.
Like the same people who did the rave?
Not
yeah,
quite.
like the resistance against like hell or whatever.
Okay.
So
All the
effectively,
people that Diabolus inspired.
yeah. So there's
Oh,
people that Diabolus inspired back when he was in hell. And there's still that inspiration going for some people. And there's a resistance that a branch of this resistance was a part of this rave. I said raid accidentally, not the other word. But that's why this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow.
Oh my gosh.
Anyways, but yeah, the resistance was a branch of that was Red, which was the bartender that Saran made the pact with to protect him during the rave.
Yeah.
And another figure in this was the succubus, which seemed to be good friends with Red. However, she had fled the scene after Red was killed, and Asmodeus entered the scene.
Asmodeus.
Yeah, so we talked with Asmodeus, and basically we can only get an audience with him if we find that whoever's leading this resistance, and squash them out.
Which could very well be connected to Diabolus still, and so could be a very, very powerful ranking person.
Very much so. So
Okay. That is good to know.
I mean,
And when he showed up-
what do you think Boston's gonna do? Give us some like weak ass person to fight against in the as leader of the whole resistance? No.
It's like
It's just
One
some
time.
shrimp
one time.
guy.
I mean, why not? Throw us for a loop.
The leader might look super weak and have this huge, like, super powerful bodyguard, and then it's like, oh wow, the bodyguard's done. Yay, that's the fight. And then it turns out, stage 2, the boss is actually the boss fight, and he's some crazy powerful person.
It's like It's like
Don't give me any ideas.
Imagine it's
Well,
just imagine
Rubber
just
Man.
the boss for this arc is just a flea.
I just
A very
imagine that
powerful
episode. I just remember that episode of SpongeBob, the Fry Cook Games, and like the huge guy is coming in, and like Plankton's like hyping him up. He's like, he's horrible, terrified, and some might want to flee the scene. And like he crashes in, and it's like, well, he's actually carrying the competitor, and it's Patrick.
But yeah,
So-
and then Asmodeus made everyone kneel. That was at the rave. The police out there fled,
Mhm.
and
He was hot.
he commanded them to. He was hot, and he commanded the people to basically like, don't move until you guys say so. So you have a whole rave's worth of people. During the fight, Igneous noted some of them had brands on the back of their neck, specifically the ones that formed the walls that were protecting them from like all the police and the demons. And the people with the brands would like regenerate every time they were killed.
And the police dispersed, right? Back.
Yeah, they left.
They left.
And you can find a picture of Asmodeus in the art and stuff.
Yeah, and he's super hot.
Oh, that's who he is. Also, I thought Asmodeus is like partly insane at this point.
He is.
He's unhinged.
He's on.
He's not like insane as in like debilitated.
He's not like the Joker, but he is like purging lots of things.
I was saying that he's like stuff like that. I'm trying to think of like an old decrepit demon who's just like totally past his prime and is like starting to lose everything. Like it's just simply age. He's just starting to lose it, and
Yeah,
so like he's still there. He's just insane.
He's slaying still, but he is struggling.
Okay. All right. Well, now we just have to go find this person, kill them, which is probably gonna be a really tough thing, or maybe really easy. Who knows? And then eventually make our way to Asmodeus. Along the way, stopping at Baphomet's court so that I can go through my court summons.
We'll
feel
see
like
about
if,
that.
All without time.
if the worst part for us would be if it's a puzzle. If it's a puzzle, we're dead. If it's a person, we're gonna beat them.
Well,
But if
so the
it's
thing,
a puzzle, yeah.
puzzles are meant for children, right? Most of the time, puzzles that we can't solve are actually meant for children.
I
Um,
mean,
Brendan's
it just seems
not-
like we gotta do detective work, and we know how we are with detective.
I mean,
work.
look at why we're in hell in the first place.
Yeah, we
Well,
didn't do that.
Let's
That
not-
one fight was Boston. I want to ask this question really quick. All right, you don't have to
Huh.
tell me the mechanic behind winning the fight or not. Is it a simple solution that we just simply overlooked?
like the one guy's ability. It's just kind of like
It's kind of one of those guys that you fight, and like if you do figure out the key to winning it during the fight, cool. But it's one of those you kind of have to like come back and fight him again after figuring out what to do to defeat them. And once you learn that, it's not as hard. But it's kind of simple. It's more like logical.
It feels like a lich sort of situation.
Like I've already inferred, like it's related to, like his noggin. Like his noggin's the only him part of his body.
It doesn't help that his legendary action, or is it his legendary action that lets him to revive, or is it just that he went immediately after me? Every time I brought him down, he just revived
I mean, he only brought down that like
twice.
twice, but the second time was because of Titanus.
Yeah,
True.
So
I forget if it was his legendary action or not. I know he could use something as his legendary action.
what was BS was the potion.
12 actions.
The haste, yeah.
well, it was not 12 actions; it was just 12 attacks, but still.
He did
something
have
like
to
that.
go get it
But he got it in a
But
single
still.
turn.
because he's fast.
He too fast. What is his movement speed, by the way, when he like abuses it to its fullest extent?
I forget.
It's like
Faster
way
than
too-
anyone one of us can probably
way
even
too-
go.
Way too fast. Yeah, Saran can
Saber's
go.
that fast now.
Saran can go
Yeah.
really fast in her flying form, but like
Well, Saber was worried about a kaiju.
Okay, anyway. You guys are standing in the middle of an intersection with a crowd of rave goers. Some of them incubi and succubi here in solidarity with Delilah, who is also here. Others just souls that are here in hell, all kneeling at the behest of Asmodeus, who has just left. The city streets are now back to quiet as all the police return to where they're going. Quite a bit of blood litters the street, a partially damaged stage as well. You've just figured out Damon is on the side of Asmodeus and is doing his bidding and killed Red. And you have been given this job to track down the core of the insurrection.
Well, where do we even start?
Well,
Do we
Any
remember?
ideas?
Do we know what that succubi's name was? The one that flew away.
Delilah.
I
Delilah.
literally just said it.
I know. I'm just.
Hey there, Delilah.
Hey there,
Yeah, I've
Delilah.
had that song in my head since last Sunday.
I've had the
As a-
song in my head since last Sunday.
I was
Okay.
thinking when I think Delilah, like anyone from the East Coast, like kind of the area I am, like I just think of like that talk show radio with Delilah. And it's
Okay,
like all
anyway.
like uplifting, motivational stuff.
we get distracted very easy.
We do.
Yeah.
Back on track. What's going on? What are people doing?
I was
I'm gonna
trying
out to
Jake
the crowd.
Yeah, Jake did to kind of like, to say like, well, I don't even know where to start.
Well,
Anyone
here's
have an
one.
idea?
Here's one place we could start. And she speaks up. Does anyone know where we can find Delilah?
They're all looking at the ground, avoiding eye contact with you all.
You are aware that you were ordered by someone far more powerful than us to listen to us, correct?
Anybody who gives us, I'm going to shout this out. Anybody who gives us information where we can find her, we will let you stand and go on your way.
Technically, Asmodeus said that we couldn't move unless you told us to. He didn't tell us to do whatever you wanted us to do, technically.
I know.
I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah,
Well-
we'll let you do. We'll let you have your free will and agency again, if you have any information about her.
Well, if we're getting
And
into
that-
technicalities here, then we could technically make you stay here while we torture you till the ends of the earth. So what will it be? We can start one by one if we so wish.
You see one person who's stayed quiet. And an incubus slowly starts to stand up. I think I might be able to help.
Wait, what the? How are you standing up?
Wonderful.
Asmodeus is gone. He's not doing anything. All these other people are just scared.
Oh,
Wait, so we can move?
run!
Exactly. they all start to like slowly stand up and look at each other. Okay, well, if he's gonna, if you're volunteering to help them, then I think we're all just gonna kind of head back. It's late and we're all tired. And
I think that might be best at this point.
All right, go.
sick. And they all scatter.
Seren turns to the other succubus. Well, thank you for kindly volunteering. What's your
Yeah,
name?
sure. What's your name?
Well, so long as no kind of form of pact is being made by saying it, it's Seren.
All right, Seren. My name. I don't know if I want to give you my name, actually. You realize demon names are pretty important.
Fair. What do they call you? Instead of what your actual name is. I need someone to I need to know how to address you.
Oh, I could give you my stage name.
That'll do.
They call me Daddy Crimson.
Makes sense.
I'll just call you Crimson. Is that alright?
Yeah, I think that'd be best. I'd be uncomfortable if you started calling me the other one.
Just shorten it
I mean,
to
this
Daddy.
is hell after all. I could make you uncomfortable. But I won't.
I guess. You know, you're clearly not a demon, so it's not your job.
Exactly. Like, we don't want to cause too much harm. We're not bad people, but
Oh,
this is-
I'd beg to defer. You clearly betrayed an entire group of people just trying to liberate themselves, and are clearly in league with the Lord of all evil. So I don't know if that's really an accurate description.
Okay. Well, why don't we-
muttering to himself, not to mention that she just threatened to torture people.
That too. This guy makes a good point.
Why don't we find a place to sit down and talk, if that's alright? Rather than just out in the middle of a street in the middle of the night.
Sure. What, do you have anything in mind?
I mean, there's that building over there that was broken into. She points to where, that demon had, like, plowed through that she fought earlier.
A couple of those. Sure. Yeah. I don't care.
So we just head over to there and find a place to sit.
Send in the ruins of the lower level of an office building. He goes over to what was probably once a reception desk, and sits on it and kind of lays his legs on it, gets into a relaxed pose.
Now, we
Alright.
want to be clear here about one thing, alright? Diabolus... We come from a... We're new here, I will say that. And...
No shit.
Can I speak?
Sorry.
Thank you. No worries. We're new here, and we've seen what's going on at the surface of everything. We understand his goals and his ideologies of Diabolus. We've heard these ideologies of his. Some of us have even met him. But the thing
Really?
is,
We
it's the
don't want-
destruction of our reality as well.
I feel like we're moving past the fact that you met him.
Do you wish to
But
discuss
how?
that?
He's exiled. I don't really get the...
You're familiar with planar travel, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
If a powerful being has access to magic along with that, you think that he would have some form of influence on those who stood in his way so much, correct?
Well, yeah, but he's been locked in limbo without any way of getting out. He's trapped there.
And he
No
will,
amount of magic can free him.
That is correct. No
He
matter
is
that
trapped
is
there.
that is the truest thing that has ever been stated, is that no amount of magic can free him from limbo.
But
Nothing
a
would-
secret he could. Ha.
Did you go to limbo?
Yeah.
Some people have in our group have gone to limbo.
Has anyone currently with us?
Ignis has, but he's
Saber.
just like.
Yeah, Ignis and
Ignis-
no,
Ignis is
Saber
gonna start
wasn't.
leaving.
He was. That's how he lost all his stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was really mad about that.
Christian
Saber?
wasn't here, but Saber was.
I don't know because then we go to They went to limbo.
And
When you used
When-
the art scale to teleport, you guys appeared in the air, fell down, all your stuff.
Yeah. No,
Because
he wasn't.
used
He
his
wasn't with
escape-
us. Saber wasn't with us. Then.
Saber,
He said-
Saber was, but Christian wasn't.
Yes, Saber was
So-
physically
no,
there.
because Saber was already because
Nope.
both me and
Oh wait,
no,
that was
Yeah.
Kruvar. Oh, it was his stuff that was lost. Saber wasn't there.
that was
That's right.
his stuff.
It's
Yeah.
because of the.
His
okay.
stuff was lost because he was
The bag of
playing
holding.
Kruvar at the time.
Yeah.
Me and Drake and Saber were had been lost at that
That's
point.
true. That's true. That's correct. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Well, that's
And even if some of us had met in person, we have A lot of us have been able to have some way of talking to him.
Well, just make it clear you're all against Diabolus then, every single one of you?
We have our reasons for that, but yes.
Yes.
Yeah. Mostly, yeah.
I'm gonna be clear about this. Diabolus understands that he cannot leave Limbo. And so that we're on the same page here, are you familiar with how Limbo works?
I guess. I was just confused. I think I get it now. You guys are... You're in his way, and he brought you to Limbo, I'm assuming to deal with you?
Partly. There's only so much that he can do, and bringing us there temporarily is seemingly what is within his power at the moment.
Okay, so you're big enough deals for him to want to do that in the first place. You're not just nobodies.
No.
No.
Why else do you think Asmodeus talked to us to begin with?
Well, Asmodeus is a manipulative dictator, and he tries to get people to do things for him all the time. So it's actually that part's not crazy.
I also want to be clear too that we're not even the biggest fans of Asmodeus. We understand the appeal that Diabolus has to those in hell of wanting change and for
Do you
things
really
to be different.
understand? How long have you been in hell?
Couple days.
Okay, so you don't understand, right? You don't.
Well, enlighten us. Tell us.
Well, I'm sure you heard the speech. It wasn't the best speech I've ever heard, but the idea was that a lot of people here don't deserve it. Hell needs souls to continue working. Alright? Energy just doesn't come out of nowhere. Hell uses up a lot of energy. It's furnaces, it's creating demons, right? It's not just coming out of nowhere. And Asmodeus sure isn't flooding it with his own power. He'd be a husk if he was. Do you want to take a guess at what makes hell tick?
Blood.
Technically, yes. Souls.
Souls. Yes.
You need souls to stay afloat. It's self-sustaining. But it means more than just souls to be there presently. Like, it is the agony and pain of people. And that might not surprise you, considering that's the whole idea of hell. Right? That's what hell is. It is to torture the people that deserve it. Problem is, not everyone here deserves it. Some people are here because they're meant to just fuel the fire that keeps hell burning. If we took just the people that truly are the most despicable beings ever and truly deserve an eternity of torture, hell wouldn't. That's not enough. No, they gotta loop in all the petty sinners. Right? All the people who did small shit. People who still have the chance to redeem themselves, but aren't given it.
And so what Diabolus wants is to be able to...
That's a part of it.
Is to be able to maybe find another way to fuel hell.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, that's where the heart scales come in. I think to myself.
You know,
And another part of it all is, it's not just the souls that are suffering. It's the demons, too. These are beings. But they are created without full autonomy. They have the capability of sentience. But part of their body, their mind is blocked off, so they are beings of pure hate. They have no choice in this matter. They are created to serve this diabolical machine that keeps hell running. They have no choice. But Diabolus gave us a choice, and we now saw what really is going on, and saw the possibility to become more than what we were created for. And every other being in the rest of the planar tree, they are born with that possibility.
Hey, Boston.
Yes.
Can you roll a persuasion for him?
Sure. Um, that is a. Oh, what's 13 plus 9?
It's
22. Pretty high.
22.
Plus 9. That's a pretty good.
He is an incubus.
Yeah.
Saren's going to speak up. All right.
Didn't
You've
made
had your
a
say.
What
What name?
Brendan.
Mhm.
He got a 12. So he's actually fairly convinced that that's kind of that Diabolus might actually be onto something.
All right, you've had your say. Would you listen to us for a second, and you can choose whether to accept
Sure,
it
but
or
you've been
reject it.
talking a lot. I'd like to hear from someone else, if you wouldn't mind.
All right.
Uh-oh.
Anyone?
Well,
I'm kind of new to all this, but from what I understand, Diabolus kind of wants to destroy everything and everyone from what this group's told me. And it's after these things called heart scales, which just seems to be really powerful. And we're trying not to let him do that. So, yeah, I don't know. Drake? Or Selena, what's your character's name again? What is it? Aster?
It's
Sorry about
Aster.
that. The stupid cats ran in here and were fighting and ripped my headphones out of my computer. Okay, anyway,
Drake or Aster, do you have any more reason that we can persuade this guy that Diabolus is actually bad? Because he made a pretty good argument. And all I know is that our group keeps telling me he's bad, and he's tried to kill us several times, and his agents have tried to kill us several times. And
are we
He's
the
after-
baddies?
he's after the thing. And
Well, I mean, that's the thing with bad guys. There's a reason.
well, so what's our reason?
And
That's
that reason can be convincing. But it's the methods.
But what's our methods? Apparently, we've just been killing his agents, and he's been killing our agents. Like,
Okay.
what makes us
what
better?
makes a good point?
I don't think most of these people deserve to be in hell. Take example, the vampire Nominus. They didn't do anything. The vampire soul did. But why are they trapped here?
Exactly. The Vampire
Diabolus?
Anonymous guys are great.
Diabolus may be bad, but it doesn't mean all the people in hell have to suffer because of him.
He seems so far willing to let those who are living still, though, suffer and perish.
That's the thing, isn't it? When people die, where do they go?
Heaven or hell.
Yep.
Exactly.
Oh, Aster. I like something you said,
Yes.
and it makes me think of something. What if we convince Asmodeus and the rest of hell here to follow us, and we depose of Diabolus and still go with everything he was going to do, but like Drake was saying, we use different, better methods.
Oh, the naivety, it's... Sorry, I just haven't
You're
heard something
thinking
like that.
Saren gives a
He is-
face palm at that.
He is still a child.
I'm 17. I'm not. Well, I guess I am a child, but
You're a child still.
I do think we should look more into this
Like I said,
organization.
like I said at the beginning, I understand the appeal, and overall, I mean, what he's saying is it doesn't sound bad, but the method and the way he's going about doing it, that's not how. There has to be a better way, and that we should be able to look into having to change things more peacefully.
All right.
He's
Yes.
all for death and destruction. You haven't been living, so you haven't. I don't know if you've heard or seen about like the stuff that him and his allies have done in our world.
I want you to give a wild guess as to how many souls have perished by his hand or by his minions' hands.
The amount of souls doesn't matter. Their souls are sent to the afterlife. When Diabolus undoes the afterlife, those souls will be fed back right into the world for another chance. They will come back, all of them.
How do you
when
know
he
that?
liberates heaven and hell, because that is what he has set out to do. That's how he's chosen to fix this broken system.
That's what he's told you.
And
Does
what
that-
am I to believe? If I don't believe
But
in
this
the
is-
cause and in the reason for the cause, then I wouldn't be doing any of this.
You can believe in the cause. I believe
He has
that-
no reason to lie. He, too, has suffered under Asmodeus. Asmodeus kicked him out for trying to make things better. He stands against change. Diabolus is change. Change this severe comes with growing pains. It comes with a lot of displacement. But what he has proposed will undo most of that. And yes, blood will be spilled and certain people will not come back. But that is worth the liberation of everyone. Because this isn't just about the souls down here right now. The souls up there too, they'll end up here eventually. Or they'll end up in hell, in heaven as well. And they'll get that glorious prize, but that's a percentage of the population. I think majority of people are going to find their way down here. This concerns everybody. Speechless. Happens a lot.
Well, I've been told to keep quiet, so I'm keeping quiet.
Who else do you think they're supposed to follow? Maybe if we find someone whose ideals match our. I think we need to find the leaders and the people who are putting together the resistance and figure out their ways and what they're thinking. I don't think either way is correct. I think we need to go meet in the middle, and maybe we can convince the parties to meet in the middle and compromise.
Asmodeus will never compromise. Asmodeus needs killed.
Well,
And I understand that.
Maybe
And that's the thing that many of us have to accept. But the thing is, change should not happen like this.
The difference is, Diabolus has a plan, and you don't. So you're not going to convince me of anything.
Actually, I
So
do.
if this is going to be an interrogation, then let's just move on with that.
I actually do have a plan. But that's another thing for another day.
Awesome. Well,
I don't think the world's being changed because of the plans of one person.
yes, but not everyone else. No one else is trying to change how the system is running, right?
We are.
Are you?
Yes.
It seems very much to me that you are agents of the system. You're obeying Asmodeus right now. Who do you obey when you are up top?
myself.
Me, Alifu.
I believe that from her.
Me, Alifu.
The
We're
dead
only,
over here?
we're only reluctantly doing this because we're trying to get back.
There are other ways.
And we can learn. Well,
I'm an agent of trying to protect what I know.
I mean, also to be able to talk to Asmodeus and get a better understanding of how things are, and even with learn even more about Diabolus himself.
Sounds like you've made up your mind.
Important.
Let's just move this along, shall we? What questions do you have for me?
Well, we're wondering where we can find this other succubus friend of yours,
Delilah.
Delilah.
Yes, she's slipped away, hasn't she?
She has.
We know that she's definitely not is like in charge or anything, so we don't want to harm her or anything.
Well, I imagine she slipped away to let the people that are above her know that this has happened, that Red is dead, and that you people are working for Asmodeus and not to trust you.
Yeah.
That's just my guess, though. I don't really know.
Hmm.
Well, yeah.
What can you tell us about where we can find her?
It'd be kind of a betrayal if I just told you right away.
And why did you come here? If you weren't just gonna tell us, it's just to waste our time.
Everyone else can escape?
We weren't going to like kill them or anything.
I didn't know that. I just know what she said.
Well, if you think me to be a cold-blooded killer, then I can play that role. And she takes up Mappy. Or, Carter. Mappy. She takes up Carter. Hey, Carter.
Yeah?
By chance, would you be able to locate someone by just having the blood of someone who knew that individual?
Interesting.
Or knows where they are.
Maybe. I just have to eat them to find out.
She turns back to the succubus. Now, I'm new to hell, and I don't know what it would entail for you if you had your blood drained out of you. But there are two options here. Either you can tell us, or he can lead us to her.
Okay, well, you definitely are bad people. You're threatening to eat me.
Well, you're leaving us no other choice here.
Or maybe there's something that we can give you that might be that might convince you to give us the information. Do you guys? I know that real food is hard to come by down here, even water.
You think I would give up my compatriots for real food?
I don't know. I'm just saying. That's just an idea.
There is no price on freedom. Kill me if you must. I will not divulge anything willingly. Saran, make a wisdom saving throw for me.
Oh, okay. That's concerning. That's actually probably one of my worst saves. Is she trying to charm me?
He is trying to charm you.
Or he?
That's a good roll.
That's a good roll.
19.
You can feel this, like, his words begin echoing in your head, and you feel as if someone's trying to reach in to your mind, but you kind of, you shake it off.
Are you trying to charm me?
Can you blame me?
Not really.
Not really at this point.
Sarang.
Now, before
I'm
I
going
continue
to,
on with
Wait, hold on one
my
second.
threats here, I want you to know one thing here. Diablos is seeking to destroy everything that we know. The reason why I fight is to protect what I do know. Protect those I love. Protect the things that I have seen in my life. And I've lived a long life. Not as long as I wish to have lived. But long enough
Not as long as me.
to see the beauty that everything is within the realms. I wish I could explore more. And unfortunately, the doctrine of Diablos does not resonate with me. It's a mode of destruction, tearing apart lives, all with the promise that it'll be restored in the end. But can we really believe that? Even for one moment? Sure we could.
But his friends and the people associates seem to relish in the destruction that they cause.
Everyone has their motives. Everyone has their motives. And to me, part of me just wonders if, in the end, he just wishes to replace every ruler's place so that he can take the top. And who's to say that after he takes the top and is ruler of all, that he won't abuse it? We don't know that. We could trust that.
Roll persuasion.
Okay.
It's not bad.
I'm actually going to sorcery point that.
It could be worse, but
It's 15.
it is worse. Oh well, it's still not too bad.
Look, this is all very moving, but I'm not changing my mind.
Okay.
It's okay. We didn't think you would. You're loyal, and that's admirable in a way.
Just know
And
this.
I'm gonna cast Hold Person.
Okay, wisdom save.
Yeah, Wisdom save.
I need to find another dice. This stupid bullet d20 is hard to read. Here, I'll just roll on d20. Unroll 20. Bam.
That's a fail.
No, unless it's a plus
Total
8.
of 10. So yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say unless it's a plus 8. So yeah, he fails.
Saran unfurls Mappy. Goodness. Unfurls Carter. And before she throws Carter, she says, "Know this. I'm truly sorry for what I'm about to do to you. I wish we could have met in a better light. May you rest in peace." And she throws Carter.
I'm stepping in front of them and saying, "No, I'm not letting you kill them."
Aster,
What?
sometimes we have to do things we don't like.
Aster, in your head, telepathically, you hear the incubus speaking to you, and he says, "Can I trust you?"
He's
but
incapacitated if it's taking any actions or
He has,
whatnot.
he has natural
Telepathy.
telepathy. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, telepathically be like, "Yes, Daddy Crimson."
Oh dear. Oh goodness.
That is his name, though, or his stage name.
That's fair.
Aster, don't make me use force here.
None of us can hear this.
This is telepathically, yeah.
I know, but like, she's standing
she
in the
already
way.
said
In response
that.
to her jumping in the way, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
He tells you, "How confident are you that you could get me out of here?"
I'm not certain, but I can try my best. Actually, I can. Yes.
Saran transforms into a dragon in front of you. Very wounded dragon, mind you, but she's not happy.
so you didn't have any more mana to transform.
No, she does.
He's gonna. Dang, 15.
Last
Alright,
chance,
so-
Aster.
The incubus tells you, "Whatever you're going to do, please do it now."
I kind of try to just kind of shove her out of the way, kind of like athletics check.
Sure. Yeah. Make a contested. I think
Well,
I would consider this a shove check.
Which is just strength.
wait.
You definitely roll in athletics. I need to double check.
Blast him.
One sec, Fleet. I'll respond to you real quick.
Okay.
Rendon has no idea what to do at this point.
Ignis is not there.
Where
Where
are
is
you?
Igneous? Where is Igneous?
He just went out because he. Well, for one, he's like, it's a waste of time. Two, as soon as he heard Suran give her actual name, he's like, they are so stupid, and he left.
Where did you go?
Just outside, waiting for them. I guess with Damon and Saber.
All right, real quick, Aster, you do hear in your mind, if you can get them to agree to a contract where they agree to be completely non-violent, I will show them where Delilah's going.
Okay. Yeah, out loud, like, wait. Violence is not the way. It has never been the way. Except sometimes. But right now, it is not.
Well,
Can
that's what we
I-
tried to
You have
do.
Can
We
I
tried to at
roll-
Too
first.
calm.
Can I roll insight to see if like?
You did not try that hard.
Can I roll insight to see if there's anything going on? in
What are you? What is your
Sure.
proposal?
Yeah, go for it.
17.
Felina, if you're trying to like disguise, I guess, what are you looking into? Sram?
I'm just knowing the nature of like the succubus and them trying to charm me. I'm seeing if like
Is she charmed? Is that what you're trying to see?
potentially.
She is not charmed. You are confident in that. This is definitely her own.
What do you suggest that we do instead, Aster? I don't want violence either, but like I said, sometimes I feel like it's necessary.
Celebrate Black Friday during the buy one give one event at the
Yeah,
Lee's
you're a
Pizza.
I
comrade.
think we need to hear them out.
We did, but they're not willing to divulge anything.
If we do it in a non-violent way, perhaps make a contract that says we will not be violent with them as long as they tell us where she's at and the information, and we be non-violent.
Who says that? Even
The only
agree?
way they will trust is if we make a contract or some sort of promise that we won't hurt them.
Last time I made a contract, look what that got me.
I am still
But
trying
you're still
to, I am
alive.
still trying to shove her out of the way. Does he want her to?
Yeah, so I was trying to look into that. Let me get back to it.
I think, and
There's a lot
sometimes
going on.
okay. Maybe like acrobatics.
Where
she
is-
can try to contest it with another athletics to try to go against me, or we can maybe an acrobatics to dodge it. I feel like a lot of times I've
Just-
seen that.
Trade strength though.
Control F shove.
Hmm.
Shoving a creature. Okay. Use the attack
Hold on,
action.
I
Blah
thought
blah.
I didn't realize you were looking something up, Boston. I thought you were just making like a comment, like a meme comment, like Control
Sure.
F.
Control F. No, okay, so it's athletics versus her athletics or acrobatics. So Felina, you can roll athletics or acrobatics. Drake,
Oh,
you have a 15.
Yeah.
Okay, Felina, you're trying to beat a 15 with acrobatics or athletics.
Whichever is best.
okay. They're both the same for me.
Cool. Well, then just go ahead.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
I got
nice,
18.
Okay, so Drake goes over to try and like push her out of the way, but Aster able to just kind of like shift, so you kind of move him to the side instead. Who's honking?
Roll also Felina, roll a persuasion.
Honking?
I don't hear it, Boston. No. I don't hear it. I don't know.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I would say to let you roll that persuasion, Lieutenant. Do I like counteract with my own persuasion?
It's up to you. Like, you choose whether or not your character believes it. But if you want to make it a roll, I would make like a charisma save. That's generally what I make it.
That's charisma save. I'll do a charisma save. Oof. Ooh.
It's up to you if you want to honor that.
With what she said and like thinking about kind of what I mean, I kind of realized that I'm kind of going against even what I myself have been saying this whole time about there has to be a better way and we don't need to resort to violence. And I realized that I shouldn't be making an exception, and that I need to be upholding and like with what I have been saying all along. And so I go ahead and I drop the whole person.
Thank you.
And I go to Saran and like, she's right, you know. We can't, if we stoop to their level, we're worse than they are.
If you write a contract that I agree to, and it involves you all being non-violent to any member of Revolution, and you ensure that you will not take any of this back to Asmodeus, and you use it just for yourself, then I will show you where we're stationed at. Or at least the beginnings of how to get there. I don't know. I've never been, but I might have an idea where Delilah went.
The fact, though, that, I mean, that's the whole that we can gain audience is that we.
That's the only way this
let
happens.
them know.
If I believe you are at all a harm to this revolution, then just have that stupid piece of skin eat me.
Hey, fuck you, buddy!
Whoa now.
I forgot about the map.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to forget about you, map.
It's okay.
Like,
Saran, can I please eat this guy?
Saran, what do you think?
Wait, Jose, what were you gonna say?
no, I was just going to make a joke because it's like the map is just recently born, but he already knows how to swear. That's the first thing you learn in the language.
What are you thinking, Saran? What has Saran been doing?
She still has her dragon form maintained. She's been staring at the succubus for the past while.
He's in love.
No,
You like what you see?
no.
Kind of
Pity.
rude.
Shall I take another form?
No.
Fine. Jeez.
I'm not here to play games. All right.
Oh, Boston, while they're thinking, I'm gonna telepathically be like, hey, since I saved you, do you wanna like be my boyfriend?
You're rushing things, but I do like you more than the rest of them.
Hell yeah. I'll take it.
I mean, this would be the easiest way that we can at least to learn about them, and we can worry about what we do later.
Do you mind giving us a moment?
Like alone?
Just we'll be here on the other side of the room talking to each other for a moment, discussing things. You just stay there.
We should go to the others. We should go
Sure.
out.
What can I do?
Let's go out to the others.
Oh, okay.
If you want to, Brendan, you can stay here with him.
Oh, okay. Hey, Paprika, you still here?
It's still with you.
Yeah. She just floats out.
Here's
Alright,
the
so
deal.
we're going
I was just checking if you were still here.
So we're going out
Maybe we can play
to
Rocket
where Igneous and I guess the others are.
Oh, fine.
What's this guy's name? Who we were talking to? What's your name again?
Well, my full name is Daddy Crimson, but they just
Daddy
wanted to call me Crimson because the rest of it's uncomfortable.
That's okay. Hey, so Daddy Crimson, do you
Knowing
know any like card games or anything we could play while the others are coming by or discussing things?
Card games.
Yeah. Or like, I guess we could play rock paper scissors, but it's kind of
He's
boring.
still not gathered the fact that he's in hell.
He's still struggling with that fact.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry and just like give you guys some berries to snack on while you wait.
All right.
Thanks.
Can Saran make a history check on like the things that have been said in hell? There's a specific thing I want to
Sure.
to verify if I remember this correctly.
Okay.
Sorcery point. 17. All right, perfect. The thing I want to remember was what was said about if you broke a contract in hell.
Now, breaking a contract with a demonic being means you die, because you're basically putting your soul on the line.
Okay.
Unless specifically mentioned in the contract, something else is offered up, but by default, it is your soul.
Okay.
Did we even? I'm trying to remember. Did we even make a contract that we would do it? It was just like we would do this thing.
For what?
And
Asmodeus didn't have you make a contract.
Yeah, I was gonna
Asmodeus
say,
never
like-
had us make a contract, but I was wondering if
you run it up for this one, this thing. Yeah, for what now? If we make this contract.
all right.
So the contract is stated that we promise to not be violent towards him or anyone in the resistance, and then that we would not be able to tell Asmodeus information that would help bring harm. Right?
Well, here's
Is
the
that
thing.
what it was said?
Yeah, basically, that's what he said it would need to include.
Here's the thing with that, alright? If we agree to those terms, what does that mean for us? Let's say we do find out, and let's say we accomplish everything, find out where they are, but can't report to Asmodeus about that. What's that mean for us? We're stuck here. We can't do anything.
I say we kill this freaking guy.
That's what I've been saying.
There are other ways
Here-
to leave hell. We don't need
Here
to
is
just do it through
a
Asmodeus.
idea. We could make a loophole. That's a possibility.
What's a loophole?
Well, here's my
I don't-
idea. Everyone getting close.
Wait, are you guys already
Yeah.
outside talking?
Yeah.
about
We're talking. So
Oh.
if Ignis wants to join in about it.
that? Yeah, I thought you were going to him. That's why I was like, oh, finally. It took a while there, but don't worry.
I say
Go
we
ahead.
agree to the terms, but word things a little bit up in the air, if that means anything to you guys. The contract idea that I had was we are to be peaceful towards any member of the resistance, and we are not to divulge any of the information to Asmodeus once we find out their whereabouts. And if we break that, if we end up not being peaceful, then we'll be sent to the ninth layer of hell, and contract will be void. And if the contract's void, we can tell Asmodeus right there and at his doorstep.
I think you're forgetting that they said that in that layer, the suffering is too much, and your mind won't be able to focus on anything else. The pain.
We get into that part too.
Well, it's either we come up
Ma-
with a loophole in the contract that can
I mean,
suffice for her.
We don't really
I don't
have
know.
go into
Like-
contract. I was already going to reach out to her. I can use sending on her.
On
Delilah. I don't
Delilah.
really need to know where she is, but maybe I can gather information that way. That's what I was planning. Regardless, I don't know why you guys were wasting time on that. Particularly with threats, you're not gonna get anything that way.
But will she even talk to you?
We gotta try. I don't see why not. I don't know if she heard.
I mean,
what
she knows.
Try it
I'm not
then.
sure.
let's see it. Let's see if it works.
We can try. I'm also not necessarily interested in killing any of them. More interested in what Asmodeus said.
Which is
Because he
figuring out where
did-
they are.
Well, he also said that even though he knows that they are gathering together, he doesn't know what they are about.
No, I think he knows what they're about. It's just they don't know. He doesn't know where they are
Oh.
about.
He did mention that he doesn't know the plan exactly. And that's why he wanted us to.
He has eyes, but
He
Not
cannot know
ears.
what's happening.
He doesn't know where they are physically located or who's running.
That's
the whole
right. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, he doesn't know. Maybe
He wants to know
maybe,
that is the issue. That's what
I
he
mean-
wants to know.
I don't know. Like maybe this is a dumb idea. Maybe,
But-
but like, do you think that maybe
Another
we could
thing-
convince him? Maybe do you think we could convince him not to bring harm?
That would be. I don't know how that would happen.
Persuasion's not going to work here in hell. Everyone here has a reason to be here, and you can't trust anyone in hell, to say the least.
But like
And
they
it-
said, isn't it that they're not everyone deserves to be here, and that they even have that
But-
reason?
Would that even matter to him? I think we're
Like-
making a lot of assumptions, though.
And I'm going to be frank here.
Another thing.
I feel like we'd be walking into a trap if we sign that contract to begin with, because if we can't make any violent actions towards any of these individuals and have to be peaceful, we can't guarantee that they won't be violent towards us.
We'd have to
already
we'd at least have to make sure that they promise they can't us.
Well, the problem is that you already antagonize them, and it's just him that would be signing the contract.
Mm-hmm.
We can show them the contract
But what would that
so
do?
that they know.
No.
Additionally,
That we
I do
have
want
no-
to- Are you guys? Did you guys explain what happened to him, like what he was saying and
Yes,
what he said?
I imagine so. We would have explained.
I think we owe to listen to the other side too. If I guess heaven and hell are both guilty of whatever this is, it would be a good idea to listen to that.
I mean, that's why I just think to be able to just to hear it from them.
The longer we wait, guys, the further Delilah gets away.
Agreed. Well, what are we deciding then? Are we going to go forward with this contract or are we not? Because a contract means breaking it will result in, well, us no longer existing entirely.
It would depend on who signs the contract. It would just be that person.
Imagine in order for us all to be able to go, we would all have to agree to it.
Yeah, we all
There
have
is-
to agree to it.
There are such things as group contracts.
Is there any other information about contracts that we don't know about that you might be able to help us with?
That's pretty much straightforward, actually. You just
Is
pretty much.
there any way to pawn off punishments to others?
If you are of devil blood, perhaps, but regular people aren't capable of making such contracts.
I was alluding at because I know with the other group they were able to do that, or at least they looked into that. So I was like,
They did have devil blood though.
oh, they did have double blood, like you said.
Yeah. Out of character, I don't remember if we had a name for this city or if it was not mentioned at all.
The city's name was never mentioned.
Okay. Does it have a name?
It's pretty much just
No.
a third layer of hell, so. Whatever the name of that is.
I'm gonna be frank with y'all, but
Okay.
I just want to see the light of day again. I just want to see my mom again. This contract, to me, seems like this isn't gonna be my ticket out of here.
This place is called Minoros, just so you guys are aware.
Thank you.
At this point, Boston, Crimson and I'm trying to convince him to do that finger count game, where you hold your fingers on each hand.
Sticks?
Yeah, sticks. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
I-
playing with you. He'll for sure play that.
I
Yeah,
think
at this point, I'm like trying to play that with him. But the version I learned was a Fey version that, like, when you lose, you have to give up something. Something like actually personal is like a Fey would do because most of Rendon's adolescence was in the Feywild, so he learned it a little bit differently.
Hey, Rendon, what if when one of us loses, we have to chop off a finger?
Oof. No, normally it's more of like I give you my name and those kind of things, like what the Fey normally do. It's not normally like chop off the finger, but like I give you my finger, so like the finger's still attached to me, but it's yours. And you control it. It's your finger, but it's still attached to me.
I mean,
So
sure,
that's how I grew up playing it. At least.
if you want to play that way, I could draw up a contract where one of
Sure.
us gains possession of each other's finger, I guess.
Yeah, let's do that. I don't know how we're gonna do this, Boston.
He draws it out real quick. I think the easiest and most simple way is just a coin toss.
Okay, yeah, that works.
So, or like, because we'd have to actually just play sticks to actually do it. There's no way to simulate it in D&D, so it's just a 50-50, I guess, whoever wins.
Yeah.
Cool. Well,
Ones are 50
what is the
is-
fudge dice? I've never known what that's for. Is that just is that like a coin?
I think
Well,
it's
just-
like a. Hold on.
You can set it to be like 14 through 20
What is
on a
fudge?
D20 kind of thing. Like
I have
you can.
no idea.
I think it's to, like raise or lower a roll past like a certain modifier, like so you can have it be a range.
That's
you
weird.
fudge the roll effectively. So
Okay.
it's like for DMs.
I'll
if
just
they
roll
wanted to
a
fudge it.
D100. So, Nate, just call high or low.
Brandon will probably. I'll go low, Boston. I'll go low.
Okay,
Low
we're looking
Low,
for 50 or below.
Low.
Why did you roll 2?
Well,
Yes.
Okay, I'm
Well,
just
you
gonna roll. I'm gonna roll
you-
1,
you
and then
did
we'll take that one as the
You
answer.
did 2 D100.
Okay.
Oh, that's high.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
The first game you lose. All right, Brendan, which finger do you want to give up?
I'm gonna give my right pinky.
All right, well, your right pinky's not mine. It starts like bending without you controlling it.
He's like, this feels so weird. It's been so long since I've done
He
this.
starts like scratching your palm. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that, but that's fun. That's a good idea. Want to do another game?
Sure. But before we do that, what are the rest of everybody doing?
I turn the others, and I think, like I said, like I said in there, I think if we can avoid violence, I think that's best.
But what's that gonna do us?
We just need to agree to one that makes it so that even also that they can't harm us. It's just that if any of us, if they harm us, like they get sent down, they get sent down night hells or something like that, or they'll die.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
but
the
if we
contract
end-
is being made with the succubus only, and so it would only be them that's altered.
Well, like I said, a group.
Harmed.
Like you said, we can do a group one. Like, does everyone have to be in attendance for a contract to do like
we
that?
can also. we
Yes,
can
I
also-
believe so. They all have to sign it.
We could also make the. I mean, it could be included that if any of his group is hostile towards us, then the contract will be voided.
We can say it's voided.
Well,
I guess that's
Actually-
fair. Is if they're hostile
Do you
towards
think
us,
you
then
think that could work?
we could. I mean, there's nothing saying that we can't egg them on as long as we're peaceful about
It goes
it.
under the chair.
Oh, also Boston. Did you message I sent
Or
you?
even if like the slightest one of them or something bit like is
If any of them are hostile
towards them.
to us, the contract becomes void. That's a
What,
possibility.
Nate?
Do you think David that would work?
Did you
Possibly.
get my message on Discord?
Oh. Let me check.
This was a while ago, so just wondering.
Oh,
And-
yeah, I did see that. That'd be interesting.
David, do you think that could work?
It's not a thing.
Well, it's possible. So it would just mean that if he gets, well, that's interesting. Oh, he would have a personal stake in our well-being. So if we died, he'd die.
We could do
But
that.
not only that, we could put in the contract that the contract entirely would become void. We wouldn't have to
So-
follow it anymore if any harm comes onto us from their allies.
Well, I thought they try. I don't. This is at this point. Delilah's probably made her way all the way to wherever the flip she was going.
But
Like I said,
they know where she's
if
going.
we get the
anyways.
contact, exactly, we'll know where she's at.
Yeah. And we might just have to deal with Asmodeus later, deal with what we're going to do with that. Because, I mean, we might learn
Out of
some
curiosity,
info. We might even just learn some important info there that we can give
Another-
info that at least won't cause harm
do
to
you
the group.
do you know if
right?
Asmodeus can void any contract so he wills?
I don't think that's
Hmm.
possible,
Boston.
considering.
Theoretically, if he controlled somebody to take the brunt of the contract, Asmodeus isn't above the laws of devils, but he has enough influence where he can finagle things.
And so if we were to find out where it is, and since he is so desperate to find that information, if we can't simply divulge it because of the contract, and were to go to Asmodeus after finding
Oh.
out the information, we could just simply state that we can't say it because of a contract, and then he can get rid of the contract, potentially.
It sounds like too. It says that we cannot tell Asmodeus, but we can tell someone to tell Asmodeus.
True.
I guess it would depend on how that contract is worded. Ultimately, well, considering he knows,
I think this is the easiest way that we can go about doing that. There's none of this
Alright,
skulking around and having to, like,
here,
hopefully fight and
here's-
everything. And if
here's how the contract will be worded, alright? We will be peaceful. We won't attack any of them. We won't...
Right Saber.
He probably hits you with a. I don't know. He'd either say like "I guess" or like "No promises."
Saber, you do realize that your soul is on the line here.
You'd probably say, "I have plenty of those."
or it's like I belong here anyway, or
Alright.
something. I feel like we're not gonna
Anyways.
convince him that way.
The contract is individual based, meaning that if any of us breaks it, it's them who is punished and not the group. Just-
I don't know about that.
Hmm.
Lena, can you
I
bring me the
We
cayenne
can
pepper?
write that.
don't know if
Yeah.
he looks at that.
We can write that in.
Well, here's the thing: if
I
they're
think we could,
punished, then their soul is deleted instantly as a result of going against the contract.
I mean, even the fact that if just that would
Has to
still just
be-
allow it. That would just still allow it that, like, if one of us wants to break the rules, then only they get punished. But they still, then Asmodeus still knows about it, and therefore they can.
I wonder if we could find.
I think we just have to agree that
Any-
if any of us
Just like
attacks, if it's any of us attacks or
Here,
openly hostile, then we
let's
all are gonna be sent.
I'm just gonna give it a shot. She's just gonna turn around and head back towards the succubus. And
Oh, Lena, sorry to ask another thing. Can you bring me a cold glass of water?
as she heads back towards the succubus, she's gonna go back into her humanoid form.
Give us.
So Boston.
Yes.
In Daddy Crimson and Rendon. Rendon has to get Daddy Crimson to promise to not use his control of his pinky in the next game of Styx. And that just because the pinky belongs to Crimson, he doesn't get an extra finger in the game.
Fine, I guess.
Okay, good.
Alright, we're back.
Oh.
Real quick. High or low, Rendon? High or low?
What'd you say?
High or low?
Hi. Wait, are we doing fingers again?
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
gonna-
one more time. One more time.
Okay.
This is a long conversation.
No, I was saying the bet on fingers.
Yes, yeah. We're doing it one more time.
That's what he's doing.
I know we're playing the game again, but we're doing fingers again.
Mhm,
That's
mhm.
okay. Yeah, I'm going high.
Okay.
Ooh,
All right,
that's high.
win. Which finger do you want?
Ooh, with your finger?
Yes, that's how the game works.
Left middle.
Fine, I suppose.
And you see Rendon forces it close against the palm and just like leaves it like that.
Wow.
No flipping off for you.
Go flip it.
He uses the other one.
All right, we're
The
back.
loophole. Oh no.
Sorry for the wait.
Oh.
It's alright. We were entertaining ourselves.
We were discussing the
It
contract that you
seems like
proposed,
it.
and here is what we wish to bring forward with the contract. Because there's risk involved with us accepting this contract, because with the terms that you had, we couldn't guarantee our safety in this. So we wish to add something to it. And so all in all, the contract would be as follows. We would ensure that we would be peaceful towards each of the rebellion's members, and that we would not divulge any information that we find out to not to Diabolus, to Asmodeus,
Any harmful.
and we would not be
Information.
harmful to
No,
anyone.
any I think also and harmful is harmful information.
Yeah, we would not present any incriminating information to
Yes.
Asmodeus. And in return, for our safety, we would like to add the fact that if any of the rebellion's members does not treat us the same way, that the contract would become instantly void. Does that feel fair? Because we'd be like sitting ducks if we just simply just sign away the contract saying that we won't attack, and what could we do if we couldn't attack and they could attack us?
Well, issue that I have no control over everyone down there, and I'm sure some people will simply want to attack you, and then the contract voiding itself means you can kill them, and it's just not really worth it for me. Actually, none of this, I don't benefit from any of this at all, actually, so.
Well, maybe don't think that maybe there's something that we can learn down there that could maybe convince us even maybe to help you.
What much more help is, like 6 people?
I don't know. We're capable.
6 gods.
There's
Okay,
a leader.
only
Yes.
knew my-
Calm down.
Certainly the leader would be the most influential amongst you all.
I mean, yes, but
But
Like I said-
don't you see our perspective that it wouldn't be fair?
oh, yes, I know. That's why I made it that way.
So it wouldn't be fair.
Correct. If you really want to see them, then you have to make that contract, and then if there's any possibility that you can harm them whatsoever and the contract become void, that's not good. It's very likely that would happen as well. So this is just, all in all, not a good situation.
Ignis is gonna raise his hand as like, could I make a contract with you? Just me and you.
No, run it by me. What's the idea?
I offer to protect you and Delilah, even from my companions.
I mean,
I
I'm down to make
We're
that
also-
contract, but I'm not really going to give you anything for it because you're, once again, one person.
Fair. But would that help make the other contract a little bit easier?
Not really.
Unfortunately, these are the terms that we wish to set forth, and if we can't guarantee our safety, which in hell
Okay. What
is
tell
pretty important.
so you're saying that probably for the most part there would be those that would just want to attack us regardless of anything.
Maybe you can protect us then.
Look, I can't guarantee any of them are going to do anything. Like I said,
They don't really know me. I'm a surface operative. I don't carry that much weight.
I'm okay with not doing a contract then. Then I start walking back.
Felina, make a wisdom save.
Okay,
Oh
okay.
no.
$23.
Okay, dang. You feel him start to try and charm you, but you just kind of by instinct resist.
Hey, I thought we were friends. What are you doing?
I wanted to make you do it so they couldn't blame you for doing it.
Are you trying to charm
Alright.
another? Okay. I think
Alright.
I think our
Alright.
conversation here is
Yeah.
over to begin with.
All right, Saran.
Carter,
Hey, I thought you were my boyfriend. What is this?
I was trying to save you from their anger and wrath. And still get out of here.
All right,
Carter.
go Carter.
Here you are.
I'll try to hold him again.
Wait, no, he's my boyfriend. Don't kill him.
Wait. Why would you kill him?
He's gonna try and run.
I told person.
Wait. Let's play one more game
Okay.
of Snake first.
What's gonna happen to your finger?
I don't know. That's why I want
Like,
to play.
he goes to run away and he freezes.
No. All right.
Saran goes up to him.
Where to start?
Well,
All right.
I'll let you decide, Carter.
You two, look away.
Hey, Boston.
Put me on his neck.
All right, here you are.
Boston.
Huh.
I'm gonna do what I texted you.
Okay.
Boss, I'm gonna send a message.
You guys see as Aster. Is there any way like you're trying to disguise this, Felina?
I mean, they already know now because you said it.
Well, I mean, like they don't know what's going on right now.
Oh, true.
So are you trying to make this not very obvious?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and give me a sleight of hand.
Uh, 15.
Who do you want
want
to make
me?
a perception check?
Do you want us both to roll it, or like we're not gonna or are we just gonna do passive? Probably not.
Because if it's passive perception, then like Saran would totally notice it.
That's a good question. I'll have you all roll.
Okay,
19.
that's persuasion that you rolled.
Wait,
Is it the same modifier?
Where is my keyboard?
Perception is
roll a
+1,
9.
so it's a
So
20.
10.
Why can't I type?
No, you rolled a 9 though.
Yeah, it's a.
Yeah, so it's a +1 compared to what I have.
It's a +1 to that.
To that, yeah,
total
+1 to that.
11. Okay.
Yeah,
So
so it's
30,
total 20 total.
All right, so we definitely see what she's trying to do. And it sounds like Rendon was also going to maybe try something.
Okay, so you can see Aster goes to kind of like just pat him on the shoulder one last time, but you can see she's like muttering stuff under her breath, and with one of her hands she is making the necessary like magical movements as she casts
Counterspell.
polymorph too. Okay.
If I notice that she's casting a spell, I'm gonna counter it.
What level does it not have to roll for?
The same level of the spell.
Okay.
Do I
It's a fourth level.
recognize what she's trying to cast, or do I just?
You can tell she's casting a spell.
But I don't
If you
know.
want to see what specifically, you could.
I
try
mean,
and do Arcana real quick.
yeah, I guess Arcana to see what it is.
Yeah, she doesn't know. She's just gonna cast counter spell at 3rd level.
it's happening too fast. But you after as you go to use the magic, it fizzles out.
Is counterspell is a polymorph 3rd level?
It's
It's
4th.
4th
Okay,
level.
so there would be a save.
Okay. I don't know. I thought counterspell was level
Mhm.
4. Okay. Make your roll then.
Okay. D20. Oh yeah, that definitely succeeds. Because it's like 10 plus the spell level, I think is what it is.
I think so.
And then also there's the factor of adding my modifiers as well. So
All right. Yeah. After your spell gets counterspelled.
I thought
Damn
it
it!
was.
You guys can't kill my
I thought it was
boyfriend.
What?
faster than it did to do the
Boyfriend.
roll, wasn't it?
Yeah.
me
Things
check.
move quickly here in hell.
Aster, are you sure you're not under his influence?
100%.
Oh,
Okay, at this
Confident.
point, how is Carter doing?
Carter. I mean, she hasn't moved him, so he can like
Carter.
keep on trying to.
Yeah, he's lashed onto his neck, and he goes, "I bet you never had a hickey like this, pretty boy." And he bites into his jugular. He goes, "Ah!" and you hear Carter going as he begins his skin begins to grow like more
He can't.
shallow and
I mean,
gaunt.
he is paralyzed. So he can't move or speak. He feels.
I guess you hear a strained like as he drains like a Capri Sun and shrivels up.
It is also, if this is considered an attack, I mean, it is a critical hit. I don't know if it makes a difference. since
I
you're
mean,
paralyzed.
because just to simplify this, like I could get into the nitty gritty of it, but
Yeah.
simplify it, he just drains the crap out of him. He just
Yeah.
It tastes tainted, but he's still good.
All right.
Okay,
Is he
well,
dead or is he still alive?
give me a second to digest this. Oh, he's fully dead.
Oh, he's dead.
He's dust at this point.
Oh, no.
What's
I'm
everybody's
just gonna
past?
kneel down and be like,
That's
I'm gonna pat on him and be like, I'm sorry, I tried.
Yes, sir.
What's-
He tried to manipulate you.
Rendon,
Yeah.
your pinky finger goes red.
It goes red?
Yeah, it turns like demonic red with a big black claw on it.
Oof.
Uh-oh.
Ah, nice. I think
Ow.
I know what's happening.
Oh, he
He's
can't
still
return his
alive,
finger
but
back.
like in your
Is
finger.
it painful?
Or like he can't, or like he's dead, so he can't return a finger. So it's just like
I don't think.
Essentially, Rendon,
Is it painful?
it's not comfortable.
Okay.
He's essentially a spirit in your arsenal now.
Oh, interesting.
that's funny. That's
I like
actually-
Succubus Rendon.
I reach
Oh.
with my
Incubus.
my left pointer finger and I like start like prodding at the finger, and it like flicks it away. And
Max your finger back.
does you have like a little face that shows up, and like the fingernail splits into two little horns or something?
No, but it definitely
Oh,
has its
cool.
own personality.
Okay, cool. This is
All right, I want for everyone to listen for 1 second here. What has it been just done was pretty gruesome, and I'm aware. But I'm sure that every one of us here wants to leave hell. I'm sure every one of us here wants to fight against Diabolus. And if you are questioning it after this, I understand. But do remember this one thing. What we know is that he is a threat to every single realm that we know and everything that we know. There is a way to make this all right again. And the way that I have found it for that to be possible is through the resurrection of the Overseers.
Mhm.
I'm sure
That's
they would
what
know
we
what to
do.
do. Can she roll persuasion on that?
Yeah, if you want to.
Okay.
Whether or not people follow with it, it's fine. It's up to
21.
them.
Yeah, Drake didn't need convincing. He was agreeing with everything you said.
I mean, I know Aster and Kagus.
Yeah.
I mean, not Kagus. Rendon were
Yeah.
second guessing.
Saran, you don't need to convince me. I've been in this fight even longer than you have.
Yeah,
I
I don't need convincing. I'm just like he made a few good points.
He did.
And that's
Can we all
fine.
agree that this whole thing
We-
was a big fat waste of time?
Agreed.
Yeah.
Yes. But,
No.
but
Oh,
the
wait.
but the principle we tried to be peaceful about it, but it just didn't work.
Let us
Boston.
remember that a god gave us this map.
I whisper to my pinky finger. I'm like, "Hey, could you show me the way? One wiggle for yes, 2 wiggles for no."
He stabs you in the palm with his nail.
I'll take that as one wiggle.
Yes, but begrudgingly, huh? Okay. What way do I go?
You don't. Why are you
Who
talking
stabs
to
you
your
again?
finger? Why are you talking to your finger?
Fine. I'll stop
Rendon,
asking.
Rendon, why are you talking to your finger?
No reason.
I'm gonna roll insight.
And I'm gonna roll deception.
I mean, my insight isn't the greatest, but
My deception's +5.
that's okay as long as you.
That is a total of 10.
Yeah, I'm like, I definitely see like that. Like, what were you guys doing?
I quickly shove my hand into. We don't have pockets, do we?
I mean,
Probably
we probably
not.
have pockets. I mean, we
Yeah,
got
pockets.
clothes.
Some
We
sort of
got
pocket,
clothes.
yeah.
We got clothes. We got pockets.
We got clothes, but I just didn't know if
Clothes
they
is,
had
clothes
pockets
is
or
not equal pockets.
In hell,
Well,
every piece of clothing has pockets, but it's the sewn shut kind that doesn't work.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
doesn't work.
That's torture.
Oh.
This is gonna come back into where they were. It's like, are you guys done? It's late. I want to go to sleep.
yeah, we do need a rest. I'm exhausted. Look, it didn't work out. I think at least we can say we tried. Because I'm not ready to go into the belly of the HQ and come across, I don't know, one of the hellhounds and not be able to have to fight, you know? Because that could be who's in charge and what we might have to go face is a hellhound. Potentially. We are in hell.
I don't agree with our methods, but I do appreciate everyone trying, and
No,
we
you
did
were
what
right.
we had to. They weren't cooperating.
You were right. But I mean, what you did was good. But just be a little bit more careful. I mean, we're dealing with demons and such down here.
Yeah.
Or-
We should discuss that later.
All right, can we go back? Let's go back and rest, Damon, please.
Very well.
Hey, Boston.
Yes.
Did Rendon feel anything when was it Matthew? Wait, what's our Matt's name?
Carter.
Oh, Carter.
Carter.
When Carter ate his finger, the middle finger,
Yeah.
did Rendon feel anything about that? Or does Carter have a thirsting for Rendon's blood now?
You're not necessarily. You like a small part of you was lost, a very small part.
Okay. So probably no more weird or displacing than giving my finger up to Crimson, huh?
Yeah, it's like Carter knows a little bit more about you now.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. As we're kind of going back, and talking to Saran and be like, you know, that's one thing that I admire about you is that you have a good way of being able to persuade others and to really put things into a good perspective. And I feel like that's just something that I'm lacking. And I don't know. I didn't grow up in the environment with the king to be able to learn how to be charismatic. I know what I want to say, but I have a hard time saying it.
Well, I didn't learn it all just from him. I knew it mostly beforehand, and I guess it's just something
Well,
that
I'm sure from your mother. Your mother is very herself.
she
is
is
re-
very
is re-
persuasive.
persuasive and regal. So you learn from them.
She was definitely persuasive in her methods and getting me to do what she wanted.
Yeah. My leader, Eru, he wasn't like a very much he spoke with words. It was through his actions and his demeanor that he led, you know?
It's more through wisdom.
Yes, through his wisdom.
Well, traits like these, having just one is good, in my opinion. It's just sometimes you just need to find others who have them. And that's how we
Exactly.
formed, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
We each have our strengths, we each have our weaknesses, and, well, sometimes I wish I could be strong. It's the main reason why I have been able to don this dragon form, is because of that desire and wish to be strong like my mother.
Yeah.
But deep inside,
Oh, she died.
What?
Oh. Too soon.
Huh?
What?
What?
Ren just said, "Oh wait, she died, huh?"
What? No.
No, she's still alive.
Do you not remember? Brendan? Do you have short-term memory loss?
No, I thought she died.
Bro wasn't paying
Oh
attention.
no, that was us. We died. Oh.
What?
I think he
The
may have been hit.
transition
I think he may
died
have.
is still Rendon.
I think he may have been hit too hard in the head that even his soul is forgetting things.
I think that lawsuit. I think that lawsuit
I
hit him
keep
too
forgetting
hard.
we died. It doesn't feel like we actually died. I keep forgetting. So I figured, like, I remember you were really mournful about your mother not being able to do so. Like, and so I was like, well, I think we're still alive, so we must, maybe her mom died. And okay, sorry. I'm only 17. He like kind of starts pouting in terms of.
Yeah, it was just.
And I'm in my
17.
mid-50s. Get a break.
Midlife crisis. Oof.
Damn you, a MILF.
I'm in my mid 200s.
Mommy milkers.
What is happening now?
Saran lifts up the map. Do you care saying that again, Carter?
No, no, really.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Sorry, I just I just ate probably one of the horniest beings in the entire universe, so I may say some weird things.
You said weird stuff even beforehand.
Yeah, but now I have an excuse.
Just don't make it too weird, okay?
I'll try.
In fact, actually, what is... I know we want to get some rest, but I'm curious. Could you lead us to where... Remember me what her name was again?
Delilah.
Delilah. Could you lead us to where Delilah might be heading?
Or
Well,
not.
let me
We're
sift
gonna go there now, or like, do you at least know where she is?
I just want
let
to
me sift
see...
through the info here. Oh, sorry, I have to sift through all the. Oh, this guy did freaky stuff. Oh, the memories come with smell. Give me a second. Oh, okay. Nothing specific, but it sounds like she would often go to that one torture company.
Okay.
Damon.
This guy didn't know much real stuff, but he knows she would go there quite often and disappear for a while after heading there.
Okay, so it's probably centered. based off of in there. Damon, you know what he's talking about?
I mean, he works in the mailroom, but
I've been stationed there for quite a while. I'm not aware of any sort of insurrection going on inside my workplace, but it is possible.
how long exactly would he be he be gone for, or she be gone for?
Depends. Sometimes for quite a while, sometimes not very long at all. She won't go very often, though.
Hours, days, months, weeks.
And, I mean, time's hard to track in hell, but when she'd go, it'd be quite a while.
And you can lead us to where that is, roughly.
It's just
Well, he's never actually been. He just knows that's where she went. From there, it's a mystery.
Well, at least we do have something.
we
at
know where
least.
to look for tomorrow. Damon, if it'd be alright if we could stay at your place for another night.
Yes, of course.
Appreciated.
What's your thoughts on everything, Damon? I mean, you're working for Asmodeus.
I don't really
What-
have very many thoughts on it, actually. I
But
just
by the
feel-
way, which we haven't really talked much about that. How
I feel very, very strong impulse to do whatever he tells me to.
Mhm. Okay, but again, how did we get to where we are? Like, how did you end up working for him?
Hmm. Now that I'm thinking about it, well, I don't remember.
My guess might be something along the lines of a contract. Maybe making you forget some things.
I don't. Oh, this friggin' sucks. My head's starting to hurt.
I
Did
guess
you
that'd be
even-
correct.
Did you even remember yourself killing Red?
Yes, I very, very much remember that.
Okay.
Alright. Well, let's take a rest then. It's late and my soul is very tired.
All right, you guys head back to Damon's place and bed down for the night.
I'll
Go ahead and
last
take-
watch.
Full long rests.
Yeah.
Hallelujah. Everything is back.
As Brendan tries to sleep, does the finger do anything?
All right.
That's a good question.
Oh, I guess
nothing of
I
note.
get.
It probably wiggles
uh,
around a little bit.
The autonomous.
Oh, honestly, I forgot that I would have had disadvantage on all my ability checks there. It wasn't too much I did in terms of trying to do
Yeah.
ability checks. It was athletics to try to shove him. I failed that in and of itself. And then
Was Red's body still there? Like his flesh and all that stuff? Or did it
perception.
Um,
Also insight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Oh, it was. In the middle of the night, Saran would fly out and not necessarily in the middle of the night, but like
Forfeiting
a little bit after getting back, she'll remember that and head over to where the body is.
If it's
With
still
Carter.
there.
Are you
Okay.
forfeiting your rest or something?
No, it's kind of like almost a little bit like taking watch, but it's like she's doing
So
it
you-
quickly, so it's not going to take too long.
okay.
If that's reasonable.
When you head back, it looks like the spot has been cleaned up.
She curses under her breath. The idea that she had is
To have him eat the corpse.
yeah.
Yeah.
She decides to head back then.
All right.
Igneous, you said that you were taking watch.
I'll just-
I was gonna take the last one.
Okay.
Nothing very interesting happens.
Yeah.
In this, since Asmodeus is aware of what you guys are doing, there's not really much in the way of like retaliation, I guess. Or, like, there's no
Active police looking out for us.
no active threat. Yeah. Yep, you guys get a full night's rest. The next day comes, and once again in the morning, Damon is getting ready for work.
Very early in the morning. I'm gonna
Yeah.
use sending on Suren's mom before anybody else wakes up.
Okay. Does he wake Saran up for that?
Nope.
Oh, he doesn't.
Nope.
Even after she said that she wanted to him to say a specific thing.
Yeah. I said it 3 times.
Okay. Well, she'll wake up and ask anyways.
What
Yeah,
do
I mean,
you?
He's still going to try and like help her.
Okay.
What do you tell Saran's mom?
Let me type it out so I can count the words.
Hello. Your daughter is in hell.
In hell.
Gasp.
Nuts.
I mean, that's on us for not thinking about that, but about with the leader. But you know,
I mean,
it's all good.
it's gonna happen. We don't have to do everything perfectly, and there's no way for us to do everything perfectly.
Yeah.
Where is that document that I had?
How did I?
Da, 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 da.
Okay.
Remind me what variant,
Okay.
that's what it was.
So Ignis would say, Lady Velora. That was her name, right?
Yeah, Baylor.
Lady Velora. I imagine by now you have received the news. But I found them. We are in hell. I will bring them back.
Okay.
She replied.
You do hear back. She says, "I'm not entirely sure what you are referring to, or who they is, or why you are talking to me, but thank you."
I'll use it again.
Does sending that you get isn't it you get a second time to say, or is that
No,
message?
it's
They get to respond, and that's it.
Yeah, they get to respond, and then I have to use it again.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, token. Oh, sorry, forgot. Yeah, your daughter did.
Here we go. I found the message.
So,
Okay.
what do you respond with, Igneous?
He's gonna say our group, they died. Suran died, and it is partly my fault.
Is that it?
Yep.
You just get back. What?
Uh-oh.
Where are you?
I already said it was in hell.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Yeah,
he can't. He
but-
can't. I mean, he does.
Like I'm just saying that out of character. I don't know if she's asking me to repeat myself. I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you mentioned that. Yeah, she just. I don't know if screaming works in sending, but she definitely screams. What? Very loud. What else would she say?
You tell her.
Honestly, I think it's just what.
Okay.
Just a yell of what?
I'll use it again. Just telling her that she will soon. I will soon be contacting her again with a message from her. And I'll leave it
Okay,
at that.
you just get back.
She's just
You effing better, effing better, mother effer.
such language to Laura.
She's under a lot of stress right now.
Yeah.
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 Okay. Also, very early in the morning. Yeah, like I said, Damon is getting up, ready for work. He comes up to the rest of you. All right, guys. Well, I'm headed back into work.
Keep an eye out.
Considering
I
that
guess.
my workplace is where your silly little map told you to go. Is there any plan that you had come up with?
I have an idea, but it's a long shot.
I'd say
Well, I've
just
got like 5 minutes, so if you have anything to say.
okay. Do you know
The Muffin
where-
Man?
where would like? Is there even a place that you would even know of or think of where they could be hiding? Like any door that you'd see that a lot of people don't go through?
There's lots of doors in that building, but Asmodeus is he's all over that place.
Who's in charge of like that? Could be like, could someone high up in the building be hiding something?
Well, technically, the CEO is Mammon, considering this is his whereabouts.
I think I might have somewhat of an idea.
But like I said, Asmodeus, his goons are all over that place. There's really no way I believe there's any revolution being run out of that entire place, especially considering these people's aversion to the way hell works.
I don't think there's a revolution being held there. I believe my guess is the gateway is there. To the
I
next floor.
suppose. There's
The map mentioned that she'd be gone for a long period of time, so my guess is, well, you simply don't just stay in a building for multiple days on end.
There is the only way I can. So there's a big chute that runs out the tower into. Well, not into. There's a lot of waste being produced by pretty much every building inside of the city,
Mm-hmm.
and all the waste has to go somewhere. And there's a big place called the Flesh Swamp underneath the city, and all the waste gets dumped down there, and then it all gets scorched with hellfire every now and then. And there's a big chute where we throw all our waste inside the building. That leads to the Flesh Swamps. But that's about the only thing I can think of.
I mean, that could be. I mean, that'd be a place that not many people would be able to just easily go or want to go.
When you torture people, you tend to hawk off big chunks of meat, and then that has to, it's very unpleasant, and it smells horrible.
I can look into it and probably take someone with me.
Well, I'm not sure how you're planning on getting inside.
Well, I could always just abracadabra and just turn invisible.
Sorry, but the security there is a little better than that. You think you're the only fool that can turn invisible in this entire damn place?
What are your thoughts then?
I mean, we could always
Well-
don the idea that we're agents of Asmodeus, because we technically are.
Yeah. Good luck convincing anybody that. Like I said, this place is locked down pretty tight. These big corporations and places in charge of torture were the first places that, well, one of the first places that Asmodeus made sure were fully under his control. Everyone there has been thoroughly vetted.
I believe one person has left his grasp, or rather, left his check.
Yes, exactly. We've been suspecting that there must be someone pretty damn powerful that's been allowing things like this to go on. Someone big time.
Saran, looking at Damon, is like, I'm just gonna explain this to you. My gut's telling me that Mammon is in cahoots with Diabolus.
What? Are you freaking kidding me?
Well, no. Back on...
Mammon's like one of the biggest devils in the entire friggin' whole hellscape.
Let me be clear on this, alright? Before I died, there was one thing I was going to try to address, but didn't have the chance to. Speaking of, she looks over to Igneous. I'll have to talk to you later about something. But to say the least, there was an individual who I met who had made a deal with Mammon. And to me, this deal, it doesn't make sense to be just simply a thing to simply benefit Mammon himself.
I mean, and we also knew, right, that he was working as and like was part of Diabolus' plan.
Exactly.
I suppose that would
There's other evidence of that as well.
explain quite a bit of it, actually.
And if Mammon is in cahoots with Diabolus, truly in cahoots with Diabolus, which is likely, simply just waltzing in and just saying, hey, why don't you tell us where to go to find this rebellion, would definitely not go over very well. And it's probably why there's still some...
He would have the
rebellion left.
influence necessary to keep the rebellion alive.
And to hide it as well.
Can't just be any regular devil. Like, it'd have to be someone as strong or powerful as him.
Why didn't we ask Asmodeus if he knew that Mammon was likely in cahoots?
You're the one who... I mean... I don't know.
I was over on the other side of the street, and
Look, we also were dealing with a lot. We were in his presence, and it was scary.
Well,
please don't say it like that again.
I'm joking.
there's really only a foolproof way I can imagine getting you inside of the building.
Okay, what's that?
You'd have to mail yourselves in.
Does hell do that? Mailing
What do you mean,
bodies?
does hell do that? Body parts?
Parts?
Yes.
Watson?
Are you suggesting that I dismember myself?
Well, every midnight you'll regenerate. What, Josue?
Ignis is gonna go to the roof and cast scrying on Delilah.
Oh,
Interesting.
okay. How long does it take to cast scrying?
It's 10 minutes.
And is that the one where, like, remind me how that works?
It just says You can see and hear a particular creature you choose that is on the same plane of existence as you. The target must make a wisdom saving throw, which is modified by how well you know the target and the sort of physical connection you have to it. If a target knows you're casting this spell, it can fail the saving throw voluntarily if it wants to be observed. Knowledge save modifier, second hand is +5, first hand, like I've met the target, is a +0. Familiar, you know the target well, is a -5. And connection, yeah, so it would be just my DC, I imagine.
Cool. Let's see.
Which is 20, I think, right?
Okay. Yeah. So you go up there. You take 10 minutes. Do you have a crystal ball?
Oh shoot.
A focus worth at least 100 GP, such as a crystal ball, a
1,000.
silver mirror, or a font filled
Well,
with holy
but-
water. But it says a focus worth at least that much.
Yeah, it doesn't say that it has to be a crystal ball though.
It says such as.
True. Your staff of power actually would probably.
It definitely would be worth
That's
that
what I
much.
was.
It doesn't consume it too, so
Yep.
Yeah.
So you stare into the orb, or like the centerpiece of the
Damn.
staff of power,
It's like a gem.
and
on there.
within its reflection, you zoom into where Delilah is, and you can see it appears to be in some sort of like it's like a dark metal. And like it's not dark in there, but the metal is like this like darker metal, almost what looks like a bunker.
Okay.
And she is speaking with what it appeared to be some just other devilish-looking beings around some what looks like kind of like a big war table.
Is there anybody of note, like anybody that seems to be in charge? Or anything of the sort?
No, it appears like none of the people you see in there look like they're especially big. Like they don't look that important. But Delilah doesn't seem to be like that high up in the organization either. She just appears to be having a conversation with the people that are probably on her same level.
Can you hear the conversation?
Yeah, I can hear the conversation.
Oh, yeah, you can see or hear within the sensors if you were there.
What
Yeah,
sort of things are they saying?
You know, we just kind of summarize the whole 10 minutes. Essentially, she is just informing them about you guys. You hear her describing how you guys look, describing exactly what happened with Red and that he's been killed, and that this group has been. She saw them communicate with Asmodeus, and she suspects that they are going to try and track down the resistance.
no other names she mentions.
Yeah, so one of the people she's speaking with, kind of after she gives this whole spiel, just simply says, "I'll let him know."
Talking that way, I'll let him know.
What does the person that said that? What do they look like?
Oh, true. Because if you can figure out what he looks like, you could try scrying him.
It's gonna be harder though, but I can.
Yeah, so he has got this. It's one of those beards. It's like it's just the bottom half of his face. There's no mustache. Quite long. He has a pair of horns that runs just right, like he has a bald head. It goes like over the top of his head and down the back, and then curves around his neck. He appears to be a little more scarred up than a lot of the other devils there. Classic red skin, purple eyes, and he's got like tufts of hair coming out of his ears.
Okay. I don't hear any names being, I guess, mentioned, right?
Nothing specifically, no. Nothing more than just a thank you, Delilah. That'll be all.
Are there any windows that I can see?
No windows.
Yeah, it's just like,
It's just like a room with a door, and that's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Is there
Just
no
this
door?
big
Okay.
metal room with a pretty heavy duty door as well. I will note on the table there is a map, and what it looks like is like there's a circle in the middle, and then there's kind of like a gap around it, and then from that gap there's these like almost like parts. So it's like there's a sphere, and then it's like kind of red around it, and bits of that red shooting off, and it shoots off 9 times away from this like center spot.
Oh. So it's somewhere away from the 9 layers of hell.
Do you speak Infernal?
I think I do actually.
Or read or whatever, just know the language.
No,
Brendan
actually,
does.
That's weird.
But
Okay,
this
it is all written in Infernal, but there's a central spot that then shoots off to 9 different locations.
Can I roll anything to see if I remember what it is? Like, if I've seen it before, if I know what it is?
Sure, yeah, I do a history.
like if you would be able to
Uh.
replicate the writing or something,
Or that too, yeah.
maybe.
History. Ooh, plus 10, please help. 20. Heck yeah.
You don't know Infernal, but you recognize the symbols just in books you've read.
Mhm.
It appears the 9 spots they're being connected to are, in fact, the different layers of hell.
Okay. Okay.
So it's somewhere away from the
Now,
9
what
layers.
can I roll just like a straight intelligence things to see if I memorize the symbols? Like with the
With that nat 20, I'll say you definitely recognize the symbols for the middle part and then the rest of the layers of hell.
oh, do I memorize them too, or just recognize them?
You just memorize
Memorize
them.
them. With that nat 20, you memorize all the, like, there's little smaller bits written, but all like the major, larger bits of lettering
Okay.
you're able to commit to memory.
Nat 20s go a long way, man.
It's funny because the last time I remember when I memorized the rune coordinates for a teleportation circle, I also roll a nat 20.
Nice.
Okay. I'll be done with that and then fly back to the place and just want to hear them bicker.
As you come back, would be like,
I'm not saying that until you guys finish talking.
well, I know. That's why I say you come back to us, and we're just like,
Okay.
what?
Look, your bodies will regenerate at midnight. So if you cut yourself up into pieces and jam it into boxes,
Alright, but who's gonna are you gonna be the one that does that?
I do have a very sharp blade.
Yeah, Damien, what if I turn into a rat and go in your pocket? Can I do that?
Well, they'll check.
I'll be.
What if I turn into a fly?
I'll check.
Look, it's quite a intense process. A fly will probably get eaten by somebody, most likely. There's a lot of freaks down there.
Do they check off your butt?
Say what?
Do they check up your butt?
Are you suggesting that you want to go at my butt?
Yeah.
I'll go.
What are you guys
I'll do it.
talking
You'll
about?
go at my
Maybe.
butt?
That's
No!
not the same thing. That's not the same thing.
Not that.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't into it.
We're sure that.
Whoa!
Are we sure that's? Are we sure that's what will happen
I'll start
for us? We're a different case. Is that what will happen?
Well, yes, it's kind of how this thing works. You are still dead. You still have parts of you, but you are a soul of hell. Sure, with some tampering, but it wouldn't make much sense if you could just perma-die here.
You see Igneous is like riding in the floor, the runes that he just memorized, or like whatever.
What, Igneous,
Infernal thing.
what are you writing? I mean, I'm gonna say what writing. I'm just like, I would be able to read what it is,
Yeah,
because I know Infernal, but I'd be like, what you writing?
he doesn't. He doesn't respond. He just continues.
Are you just drawing the diagram? Right,
It's
yeah.
not-
Yeah, like
okay.
of everything that I can remember.
I know Infernal, and I'm sure even Damon probably does. He's in hell too. So
Rendon does too. From what
Guys, we
he
do
said.
gotta hurry. I'm like 20 minutes late.
okay. Well, it seems like something more that like
What is that?
would we be able?
Yeah, so you finish the diagram, and it is labeled with each name of the layers of hell. And the middle part. Let me just double check something real quick.
It's gonna say limbo, isn't it? That's gonna be freaking nuts.
It would be really funny.
So essentially, it is all part of the abyss. This part is specifically the. They have it written down as the dumps,
Okay.
but parts of the diagram it shows that like, yeah, they have arrows pointing with the infernal word for waste, and basically by looking at the whole diagram, you are able to glean that this spot in the middle is the spot where all the waste from all the nine hells gets spat out into.
So that chute
see that.
is potentially the route then.
And it is also the entrance to the abyss.
Oh.
The abyss.
The abyss. What do you mean the abyss?
The
I saw.
abyss. I don't have a.
The abyss
think
is a
we all-
whole other realm. We're in the nine hells. What are you talking about?
She's in a room, metal room, no windows, just one door. Very heavy door looking.
Well, that doesn't seem like it helps us too much, does it?
Well, no, but it was that was there. Someone made another.
Well, if you're looking for access to the ninth realm, it looks like this place connects to all the realms.
Is it an elevator room?
No, it's a big pile of trash.
Oh,
The room is a different place, Rendon. It does not matter that much right now.
So,
oh,
if I'm understanding this correctly, the abyss connects to everywhere in the hells.
At least this dump place does, yes.
Yep.
Interesting. And how did you figure this out, Igneous?
I casted Scrying on Delilah.
Oh, you brilliant
No.
son of a bitch. Oh,
Stop saying that.
I'm sorry.
I mean,
I'm
you
sensing a
guys-
lot of chemistry.
I'm gonna cast Disintegrate on him.
Maybe we need to take a little bit of a break and all kiss each other. Just to get rid of the tension in the room.
Saran goes to like throw a
Okay,
punch.
I'll actually cast Disintegrate on him now.
Does he make a save?
Yes, it's a dex save.
Wait, what if he dies?
Oh, he dies. He fails.
Wait, hold on. Plus,
Well, I have to. pull
he
up
is a
his
rogue.
stat
He is a
block.
rogue. He probably has a good.
I think he's a fighter.
No, he's. I feel like he's definitely a rogue. Is he?
It's a sucker
He's
save,
doing a lot of
so
attacks in one turn.
the disintegrate's a sucker save. It's not a half damage if you save it, I believe.
Yeah, if he saves, it just goes through wherever he was and disintegrates whatever he was against.
He got
Hopefully it's not one of
26.
you guys. Okay, yeah, he saves.
Oh, okay.
Plus 12. Dang.
So he just like dashes to the side and you completely disintegrate like the back wall leading into the hallway.
Oh, Igneous, what the heck?
Now I'm definitely gonna lose my deposit.
Good.
All right, let's
Sorry for
calm down here, okay?
suggesting it, okay?
Okay, let's calm down
This,
here. Let's
this is all friggin' crazy.
let's calm down here for a moment. Now,
Ooh.
Damon here was suggesting that at least one of us goes in dismembered and gets shipped in. And since he is working in the post office area, I'm sure he can definitely get some workarounds for us to get in properly. I have volunteered to go.
But then, how are the rest of us gonna get there?
I
You
can
can
try
be
and
dismembered
teleport
as
us.
well.
Yeah, I was actually suggesting that I cut you all up in the pieces.
Though the one
I
issue here
Yeah,
is,
yeah.
I am not dead.
yeah, that's what I was going to
Prefer
you
say.
can be.
that way.
But then I feel like there's a whole process we have to worry about with him.
That is a good question. What happens to you when you die in hell?
Let's not figure that out.
I don't know. I kind of want to find out, especially since this freaking guy tried to friggin' disintegrate me.
You deserved it.
all right, calm down.
All's fair in love and war.
I think maybe Rich right. Like, if one of us is in there, then Igneous can. Maybe he can.
I can
teleport us.
try. I don't know if that's going to work though. And I don't know if you want to take that risk.
Well, if he is able to scry on one of you once they're inside the building.
That could be useful.
Are you able to teleport yourself, wizard?
Yes, I can teleport myself and others.
So you could teleport to the
Specifically
person,
to the-
whoever goes in.
Look, yes, that's a good idea.
Yes. So
But
only
even
one
with
person-
that, that's enough to know where we are.
Well,
What's the limitations on your spell, wizard?
let me think for a minute. There. I don't know if the abyss would be considered another plane. I assume so. In which case,
Well,
need
we
to
probably
avoid
wouldn't
that.
have. We probably wouldn't have to wait till then.
Oh no,
we could probably
I
just-
was thinking just to get inside the building.
Yeah, just to get in the building.
Yeah, it's
Well,
the same plane.
there's
I think the question is more, even if you like can see kind of where she is, like you don't know in the building necessarily fully where that is.
let's see.
I mean, I guess like unless you can tell us where exactly you'll have us do so. Or do we even any of us need to do that? Can we just you go in and then we teleport to where your location
If I have if I have something from the place,
is?
I should be able to do it without issues. If not, whoever is inside will need to describe the place for me, and that may make it better, but
Yeah.
it may also have.
You do
Well,
have sending,
if you
yes?
use your if you use your scrying to see the location, and you know what the room looks like, couldn't you just teleport to the room?
That would be enough. You would know what the room looks
Probably.
like.
But I don't know the exact location. I don't know the dimensions of it, like where it's located within the whole building.
Then
I
sending
can
can be
try,
used.
definitely.
Sending can be used, or scrying, the person can describe it to the individual.
Does she even need to
It
chop
is.
herself up to get in there? He knows. I mean, does he know you well enough that you
That's
just
true.
go in yourself?
I mean, you found us earlier when you teleported to us.
It's a different thing.
Okay,
That's not teleportation precisely,
gotcha.
but
Well, let's
um,
be quick because he's running late for work. But before
They're definitely gonna rip my nipples off.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That's
They'll-
the punishment for being late.
They'll
think
grow
it's
back
hard to-
though.
If I wait any longer, they're gonna take my dingleberries.
They'll grow back though. Anyways, Igneous, she pulls out a parchment of like flesh that she found that has some writings on it. This is what I wanted you to send to my mother through sending. It should take 3 sendings. It's a list of instructions for her to find Varian.
Okay. You guys
Alright.
seem to be really smart about my spells when it's of things that are not important.
You know what? If you want some mana, you can take it. I'm going to be dismembered for the entire day.
Again,
I would run it anyway.
but again, do we? Does she need to be?
Well, it would be better.
It
I
is
mean,
possible. You might want to be careful about how much magic you use, though.
That's true.
Most
It's
of the day,
possible some things might be able to sense the use of that much magic.
Could have enough, but I
What
would
do you-
definitely need to.
If I chop you all up into pieces and throw you down the chute, like pieces of trash, and you're reconstituted in the flesh wands,
was
maybe that would work.
But then again,
It should be okay.
Is he okay? He's already. He said he's dead. I mean, he's
should be
alive.
okay
Sorry.
I should be okay with just teleporting. Let's go do it. This is a waste of time right now.
alright.
The issue is, you'll have to sneak through the building if we wait to just teleport you all inside the mailroom.
Well, could also be everybody but me, and I just teleport to you.
That's true.
It will give me some.
I don't
tools
want to know what will happen.
What are we deciding on here? Let's decide quickly
Yeah.
on it.
Okay. Because we don't know what would happen to Ignis if he died while in hell. Or like if maybe even there'd be like a delay or something. So I think since the rest of us are already dead, we'll get chopped up.
Not everyone has to get chopped up, though.
But he said, but it'd be less conspicuous if it's only Igneous who has to go in there with him. And then
would also help. I mean, it doesn't have to be just one person either, since it would help clear any difficulties if you guys are together, or if more than one person is together.
Alright.
But
Then we can at least have 2 people to go, and that will help lower the suspicion level.
I'd suggest more than that, but sure.
We can do more. Anyone else volunteers to get dismembered? Because it's
Sure.
by a matter of who wishes to get dismembered as well.
I can get dismembered.
Drake?
It's not my first time.
What the flip?
What?
I am 200 years old. Things happen when you are a tree.
Drake?
I'm just trying to think, would Saber volunteer? I'm just trying to think.
There's no way he would.
No, I don't think he
Yeah.
would.
All right, I'll say, well, yeah, there's no way he would volunteer for that. So we'll make it say Saber and Igneous will go.
Teleport.
I'll bring you the clothes and whatnot. I don't know if
Better make sure that we get put back together.
Oh,
Gorth. I mean, naturally, once the midnight, when midnight comes, you'll just kind of reform.
Can we just be like unconscious when you chop us up?
Oh yes, I was planning on that.
can I roll insight on Damon?
Sure.
26. Is he like tricking them just to kill them or something? Or
You
tricking
don't
us?
sense any ill will.
Yeah.
You guys
Okay.
share a.
Rendon, Nate, are you there?
Purpose.
Are you fine with being chopped up? If you're still there, you're
I'm not super okay with being chopped up, but doesn't seem like we have another option really effectively.
I don't think anyone here is wanting to get chopped up.
Yeah.
Only
Don't worry.
Ignis knows because he's alive.
It'll be painless.
All right, Igneous. I trust that you will make sure that to see us to safety after all this is.
Yeah, I
Done
trust
and
you with.
dusted.
I trust you with my remains, not him. I'm trying to Saber.
And
Okay,
please do message my mother.
will.
Yeah, let her know that you're carrying her remains.
Yeah, she's chopped up into bits now. She's fine though.
Well, all right, guys.
That's how hell
What's-
works.
I'm
What's
sorry.
up?
I'm sorry. Your dingleberries might have to be.
Oh, they're
Oh,
for
that's
sure getting
weird.
ripped off now.
That's why I was stalling. You know, like I made my decision already, and I just wanted that to happen.
With how late I'm gonna be now, it's gonna be my nipples, my dingleberries, my Johnson, and at least 5 of my toes.
Interesting.
Thank
Alright.
you for your sacrifice.
yeah, like I say, we're all sacrificing here, okay?
Let's go
Of
ahead.
course.
Let's go ahead and execute it.
Massive respect. You are all warriors. He takes off his boot and removes one of his socks. This has been marinating for, well, quite a long time.
What with?
Do you want us to make con saves?
I
This is all gonna be
cover,
very easier if you all just get really close and you just take a whiff of it all at once.
I cover my face, like just like my nose and mouth.
I don't want to reduce this aura too much.
Brendan starts going green.
uh,
All right, guys, group up.
Oh gosh,
Ugh.
the things
Okay.
I do.
Take your last few breaths of fresh air.
The courage of Cali dog. The things I do for love.
I can't promise this isn't going to do permanent brain damage. And he puts it underneath all your guys' noses.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not. I'm gonna. I mean, I guess purposely fail. Or do you want me to roll it?
I feel like with Constitution saves, it's hard to purposely fail them.
Because you're like trying to hold
I
your
feel like
breath
it's
almost.
Your body's resisting.
That is true. I do.
But
want to roll that.
also, for speed's sake, this
I mean, I'll roll just to see. and I'll be
Yeah, that socket has a DC
like,
25.
how quick does it knock me out?
instantly.
It's like
You-
just with
you-
the roll.
you just getting close to it is like enough to make you lightheaded, and you take like one breath, and oof. All of you pass out on the floor as he returns his sock to his foot and puts his shoe back on. You see, Igneous, you couldn't get rid of all of my aura. I keep a little aura with me wherever I go. Don't even ask about my underwear.
Igneous.
I wasn't planning on.
Oh god.
It's like Skidmark Heaven down there.
I wouldn't want to be that demon to take his dingleberries, that's for sure.
Igneous just needs to be like, I hate you.
No, he's more like I hate this place.
My tidy whities are more like tidy brownies.
Oh my god.
Again, I think of
Goodness.
SpongeBob as like, these underwear were white when I bought them, but they're yellow.
Anyways,
All right,
so
well, if you're squeamish at all, you guys might want to look away.
I'm fine.
Saber would look and enjoy. In fact, he'd be like, "Ooh,
It'd probably help.
good chopping
he
them
would
up."
help, definitely. He would
All
just do it because he's pissed about some. But yeah.
All right, with some expertly done, very quick cuts of his sword, he dices you all up into cubes.
Chop, chop.
Goes into the other room, grabs some boxes, and just starts stuffing pieces in there.
alright, roll new character sheets.
You guys are dead.
Fuck.
Actually,
Yeah.
he doesn't. Wait, he wouldn't
Uh-huh.
use his blade. He would absorb your souls if he used his blade.
I was gonna say, don't. It's not.
He's got a second. He's got lots of katanas. He cuts you up.
There were a couple in the wall.
He just forgets that fact, and then he's like, "Oh shoot."
Oh shoot.
He
Well, they're
definitely
dead.
does the Zorro thing where one's in his mouth and he's wielding to it and he uses it to chop you guys up.
The origins of One Piece.
And you guys get boxed up, and he's like, "All right, well, Igneous,
Yes.
Saber, I'm gonna need you guys to head to the post office and send these in.
This Saber now, not Master. Interesting.
Oh, Master, I apologize. If you'd like retribution, you can pluck off one of my dingleberries. It's gonna happen anyways.
I'm sure he'd probably deny it, knowing what his teddy brownies are about.
You'll have to use some force. There's a crust built up.
Oh,
Oh no!
gosh.
It's like a shield at this
Hey.
point.
It acts like armor, so I don't even have a weak spot.
AC
Anyone
plus
tries to-
2.
You know,
Anyone that tries to kick me in the nards gets
you gotta clean that discharge, man. Like,
AC plus
Yes.
2, charisma minus 2.
Yes, it's like I pretty much have my own cup down there.
Oh my gosh!
I could do contact sports and not
Please
get hurt at all.
Stop!
Oh my god.
I'm putting essays off to the side for this.
Okay. I would kind of prefer this to happen while Saber is here. Just because it's going to be like him and Igneous pretty much for a part of this, getting through it.
I'm gonna say, like, I mean, I guess if you have it, like, it's gonna take a while. I mean,
Yeah, I might just call this session here and just let
Do you
us.
want-
Can we do the message that Saran has?
if he's gonna, he
Well,
may
that
not
would be-
send it.
That'd be all the way after. I guess if Igneous chooses to send it now,
I mean, he already did 3
I
sendings.
guess in
already.
the time that he's boxing them, I guess I could.
3 more sendings.
if you choose to do that, Josue, we can do that real quick.
I mean, he did tell Saran's mother that he would message back shortly.
What is the thing?
All right. I'll just send you the message.
Okay.
There you go.
Calypso, come here. Come on, Pup. You can do it. Too scared to jump. Come on. There you go. Good girl.
Well, there were definitely some really strange things that happened this session, but it was still way fun.
I mean,
Each of those are 25 words, by the way, so they're utilizing the sending spell to the fullest extent.
It was a fun one, though.
Or 25, not 75.
Sure was something.
Yeah. I mean, sure, like an hour was. We were trying
Wait,
to be like.
did you give your mother the teleportation runes from my house?
Yes.
Okay, he's not going to do that.
Oh, come on!
You
Yeah,
don't
he's
have any
not.
say. You don't have any say about it.
He's not going to.
You're in pieces.
But he's gonna send the rest of the information.
No, Calypso.
I'm sure Xantris could figure something out.
He's going to cast sending again, and say, "This is Suran. 4 days have passed, and complications have occurred. I'm fine. I can't go retrieve the mana crystals at this time. Do I get any message back?"
Hmm. She basically asks, "Is this my dead daughter speaking through you?"
I'll cast it again. No. She gave me a note. And she's asking me she's asking you to go retrieve the mana crystals.
I still don't know where they are. Tell her not to be dead anymore.
He's going to say, talk with Titus Sunseeker. Have him get you in contact with Felix.
Okay,
And he'll leave it
fine.
at that.
That's it. That's this guy.
Does Ignis say anything else?
He will wait for a little bit. He has other things in mind too. That's it.
Do you want
He'll
to
keep
like?
the note.
Do you want to just also maybe just?
If you want, maybe just like message me what you say, and it gives me more time to come up with a good response.
Like me specifically?
Yeah, since it's going through you.
Do you want to just get them going into the building real quick? Like, just
I feel
go.
like there's more things that are going to happen from what Boston said, since this is going to be me and Christian.
Yeah, and a lot of it's stuff like that. You guys wouldn't really even be like. I think it'd be better if we just had
Okay.
everyone else,
Well,
or not everyone else, but Christian here.
Yeah.
Makes sense to me.
Okay. Well, I mean, an hour was wasted to try to be nice and then not maybe necessarily kill to get the information. But we ended
Even
up
then,
doing
we
it
would have had
anyway.
stopped here at this point.
That's true. Probably even for the best. Because even if we maybe realized earlier that, like, oh, we should have just had him drain red for the little bit of blood that he has there. I mean, maybe we could have learned a little bit more info, but we knew relatively the same place and whatnot where we needed to go. I'm sure. I also think it was a nice little moment to have where, like, we have to have someone be able to, be able to try to explain more and like the reasoning of everything.
I mean, I did want you guys to kind of question your ethics and everything. So.
And
Screw you, Boston.
I think it was a nice moment where I kind of like had Drake realize, like, man, I'm doing exactly what I need to, and he tried. He did try, but it's at the end of the day, it's like I'm not gonna. It is just like I'm not going to do that, and like go somewhere where they could attack me and try to kill us.
Also, Boston,
And
did you see my message during the session?
Oh yeah, I did.
What were your thoughts on that?
I mean, ultimately it's up to you, but I think that'd be cool.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
I wonder if. That'd be interesting. Maybe the other thing I could have thought about is like use that new ability, Boston, and like put something in like the mail and like have, but like then like what else? What would it be able to do? Would it be able to do anything much?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like a coin or something. I'm just trying to think of ways we can use that coming up.
Hey,
Yeah,
Josue.
I mean, I think there's some good ways to use it coming up.
Yeah.
Josue,
Yes.
the Sunseeker you mentioned was Ignis's brother, correct?
Yeah, Titus.
Okay.
That's his brother.
Does Valor know him?
No, that's what. Well, I mean, he is a famous.
He's a celebrity.
magic
if she
sports
catch,
person.
I mean, if she's caught up with that kind of stuff.
Yeah, but also I
uh,
gave her the full name for that reason
Yeah.
too.
exactly. What has Titus been doing? Probably.
Well, I was gonna
still
cast
doing more.
Tending on him, but I used it too much already, and I'm low on magic.
And I think he has mainly mentioned like helping. I'm sure he's involved with like Calabas and Felicity, and also just his
Mhm.
career.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. There's a couple things that I wanted to do with that, but I haven't had the time to talk with you, Boston, about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's a good way to get him back and not be a forgotten character.
Yeah, I'm down to bring characters back.
So no more
Alright,
sending
well-
today.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, he has used it 6 times. So
Yeah, that's 30 spell points right there.
Oof. That's rough, buddy.
Next time, I'm not going to do that.
yeah.
I mean,
Saying,
Saran did specifically give you a specific message, but I guess yeah, sharing the teleportation sigil.
Like, yeah, he's like, you're inviting people over to my house. Why?
Yeah, just for you guys who are curious, the full message was as follows. This is Saran. 4 days have passed, and complications have occurred. I'm fine. I can't go retrieve the mana crystals at this time. Await instructions. And then the next sending. Teleport to the following runes: Falma, Grinda, Pontus, Tuan, Khan, Jeps, Isk, Yules. Talk with Felix about where to find Varian. He is the target. Do not underestimate him. He's
Did we
powerful
just
and
come
has
up-
connections.
Did we just come up with those runes?
Yeah, I just came up with them.
Cool. Yeah.
Because it's the teleportation circle involves runes.
Yeah.
That's the code to like get into like
Yeah.
a certain teleportation circle.
Uh-huh.
So knowing
And-
the runes will do the trick.
And
And
Like
so
the-
do not
they're
understand.
little runes, but like too few runes, but
Do not
fine, I guess.
underestimate him. He is powerful and has connections. Powerful ones like Mammon brings interest and Fair Drain at the bare minimum. I'm sorry, Mom. And the fact that you didn't say that last part too.
Do you think
It's
there's enough
gone for-
information present for her to be able to find Varian on her own?
Maybe. I mean, Felix was able to gain a
Draw that thread.
draw
yeah.
that thread, so he could probably find that again, knowing that he found it once. And if Felix said, because like Saran mentioned the mana crystals in front of Felix about having to retrieve them from Xantris, or not Xantris, from
Yeah.
Varian. So Felix
I
would
mean-
know about that, and
Yeah.
so if Valor's mother came to Felix about that, even not knowing
Valor's
about
mother?
Varian himself, Felix would probably at least remember that, especially since he's
Yeah.
a god. So
I mean, and a lot of what we might be doing here might lead into that kind of stuff too. If we're going to be going against Mammon,
it's like we're just gonna walk into Mammon's office and Mammon's just gonna be mid deal with Varian. Like
I'm not saying maybe
Uh,
that necessarily, but like we can maybe we get rid of this connection he has with him.
by just getting rid of Mammon entirely.
I don't know. Like I don't know. We'll see.
You understand going against Mammon is probably
Yeah.
the stupidest thing we could probably do at this time. We would get slaughtered. Probably. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe we are strong enough and I'm just underestimating us.
I feel
Come
like
with
we've made
some fun ideas for how he'll look.
Yeah.
I feel like we've made a lot of stupid decisions anyway, so it's not like
Yeah.
it's gonna be anything new.
Yeah, I feel like that just kind of summarizes the campaign. That's
Yep.
how every D&D campaign though
Yeah.
is. Like that's how they all are.
The
right, anyways,
consequences of your actions.
Yeah.
I think I'll call it here then. We good for next week?
I am.
I'll
Think so.
definitely be a lot more free next week.
Cool. All right. Well, I will see you guys then.
All right,
Alright.
that's say.
Bye.